The Earth has been undergoing climate change for billions of years. Over long periods of time and gradually, it warms or cools. This is called ice ages and warming periods.
How does the sun's rays warm up the planet?
Sunlight is a white light composed of different waves of colors. Do you remember the rainbow we once saw? Each color represents a wave of light. They are reflected by each object described and allow our eyes to distinguish them. Each object absorbs waves of white light and the one it reflects gives it color. The darker the object, the more white light waves it absorbs. It warms up. On the contrary, the brighter the object is and the more waves it emits, it heats less than the dark object.
In our country, it's very white with snow.
That's part of the reason why it's so cold. Snow reflects most of the sun's light waves, preventing the dark ground from absorbing them and warming up. But what warms the planet is greenhouse gases. The greenhouse effect is the ability of these gases to absorb infrared rays emitted by the Earth's surface. Infrared waves are electromagnetic waves related to heat. Thus, the darker the Earth's surface, the more waves it will absorb from the white light of the sun and the more it warms up. This heat, in the form of infrared radiation, is transmitted from the Earth's surface to the atmosphere, where it is absorbed and redistributed in all directions by greenhouse gases. The scientific term used by the climate community to describe the influence of greenhouse gases is radiative forcing. Thus, the greenhouse effect is a naturally occurring phenomenon that retains some of the heat emitted by the sun in the Earth's atmosphere, partly due to these gases. An acceptable temperature for life is maintained because without a greenhouse effect, the average temperature on Earth would be minus 18 degrees Celsius.
Why are we talking about global warming?
Humans need energy to move, communicate, build, produce their food. So to get this energy, they will use natural resources, such as in agriculture or for coal and oil exploitation. These anthropogenic activities will emit many greenhouse gases, such as carbon dioxide or methane, amplifying the greenhouse effect. The increase in the concentration of these greenhouse gases in the Earth's atmosphere is one of the factors causing global warming. In the Arctic Circle, the increase in temperature prevents snow from forming. Precipitation falls more and more in the form of rain or ice. From 1980 to 2015, the extent of the ice pack has decreased by nearly 40% from 7 million kilometers square to 4 million kilometers square. The shield that this white layer formed on the Earth's surface against solar radiation is disappearing. Both the ground and the oceans are exposed to sunlight and are warming. They emit infrared waves that will be absorbed by the greenhouse gases, contributing to the amplification of global warming.
It seems that in the Arctic, the air heats up twice as fast as elsewhere on Earth. Does this concern us?
Yes, and the ice in the permafrost melts, disrupting the water and carbon cycles. There are more and more thermokarst ponds and lakes. Carbon dating back thousands of years is degraded and released in part as gases into the atmosphere. The soil is increasingly unstable, creating settlements that cause landslides. The transformation of environments can push species like ours to move or even disappear. The 4 million people who live here are also very affected. Their resources are changing, their roads and houses are collapsing in the ground that no longer holds, and they must find solutions.